Hey all, how are you today? Welcome back. So the quick announcement is that the video coming on the 18th, we're going to be talking about upcoming trips we'll be going on, which is really cool. I'm super excited to talk about that. And yeah, that'll be coming on the 18th. This video coming on the 17th, we're talking about Creature, which I'm filming right now. We're talking about Creature of the Black Lagoon, which is interesting. And here we go. So I'm talking about the original Creature of the Black Lagoon. Came from 1954. Black and white 3D monster horror film. It was produced by William Atland, which is cool. Atland made some other movies. He made The Island Earth. It came from outer space, which is a really iconic, cool thing about that movie, real quick. It was the first in 3D process from Universal International, aka Universal Pictures. Yeah, which I might be talking about because that's an iconic film. He also plays Reporter Thompson, who investigates the meaning of Rosebud and Citizen Kane, which is really interesting. So, big connection. Orson Welles, one of the more famous people ever. Yeah. And the film was directed, Creature of the Black Lagoon, it was directed by Jack Arnold, which is cool. Jack Arnold, he leading filmmakers in the 1950s science fiction films, directed films and came from outer space, which we just mentioned, Tarantula, An Incredible Shrinking Man, which I hope to be talking about Shrinking Man potentially in the future. So the script, screenplay was by Harry Essex and Arthur Ross. I don't recognize anything that Mr. Harry Essex did. Cool thing about Arthur Ross, he wrote the script for the movie Breaker, which is cool. And he served in World War II, which is cool, and the U.S. Army. He was blacklisted in the Red Scare in Hollywood. Yeah. So, I'm now going to get some of the quick actors, so I don't want to make the video too long. We got Richard Carlson as Dr. David Reed. Ghostbreaker's using, These Glamour Girls, White Cargo, Fly By Night, it came from outer space. So you have a connection there to other director and producer, which is cool. Yeah. He was also in I Led 3 Lives, Perry Mason, a couple episodes, which is cool. O'Hare, U.S. Treasury, and Cannon. Some other small stuff, like Bonanza. You got Julie Adams in a role here in the film. She was in the soap opera Capital, A Murder She Wrote. She was in. She was in Bend on the River with James Stewart, who is a really famous actor. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. she was in. Perry Mason also. Yeah. Richard Dennings, I've definitely heard of. Unknown Island, Target Earth, Day the Earth Ended, Creature with the Atom Brain, Black Scorpion. He also appeared in the film An Affair to Remember, Cary Grant. Grant's a really famous actor. And on Radio Lucille Ball and My Favorite Husband. And that was a forerunner to I Love Lucy, which is really cool. A fun thing related to this is, so his ex-wife would have been Evelyn Ankers, or they were married. But Evelyn Ankers, I mentioned her before. She was in The Wolfman, opposite Lon Chaney Jr., which is cool. You got Antonio Moreno, also known as Tony Moreno. He was a film director in the silent era in the 50s, and from the silent era's 1950s. Yeah, I don't. Besides this, I've never really heard of him. Seems cool. You also have Nestor Pava. He's most famous for his recurring role as Teo Gonzalez, an innkeeper in Walt Disney's Spanish Western series Zorro and its feature film, Sign of Zorro, as well as Lucas, the boat captain in Creature of Black Lagoon and later sequel, Revenge of the Creature. Which is cool. Whit Bissell was also in it. I've never heard of him. He was in the movies. I Was a Teenage Werewolf and I Was a Teenage Frankenstein, which is cool. Ben Chapman, he played the Gill Man, who's also in this movie, the main creature. So, he cited predecessors such as Lon Chaney Sr., Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, and Lon Chaney Jr. As inspirations for Gilman. Yeah, I would just say, we have not mentioned Lon Chaney Sr., but he's a really famous actor. Which I will definitely mention Phantom of the Opera, potentially. And the last main person was Raku Browning. He also worked on Revenge of the Creature and A Creature Walks Among Us. And he's actually the last surviving actor to portray any of the Universal classic monsters. He also created Flipper. Which is cool. Mr. No Legs. Never Say Never Again. Caddyshack, which is a famous movie. Hello Down There. And just a really cool actor. And stuntman in general. Yeah. That's really it. Like I said, the video coming on the 18th for talking about upcoming trips. Hope you guys enjoy, and bye-bye.